My name is Tim Ingold, and I'm a professor of social anthropology at the University of Aberdeen, and the term I want to introduce is domestication. Domestication is about the ways in which certain kinds of animals, and by extension also plants, have been drawn into the domestic life or the household arrangements of human beings. These ways are so many and varied that the term defies easy definition, and its cross-cultural applicability is somewhat compromised by its association with a particular narrative, peculiar to the history of the Western world, of human control and domination over nature. In this narrative, the origins of domestication are linked to the transition from hunting and gathering to herding and farming. And yet, in the eyes of indigenous hunter-gatherers, the animals they hunt are far from the uncontrolled wild beasts of Western imagination. Indeed, they are often thought to exist in domestic arrangements of their own, living parallel lives to humans. Even in the West, the primary reference of domestication has shifted from denoting a social bond between animals and humans, in which animals are incorporated almost as domestic slaves within human households, to the marking of animals as property, indicated, for example, in the use of brands or earmarks, to, eventually, practices of breeding or artificial selection intended to modify the inherited characteristics of a species in desired directions. It was this selective breeding, of course, that Charles Darwin seized upon as a model for the unintended process of natural selection that, for him, accounted for the evolution or descent with modification of all species. An absolute distinction between natural and artificial selection, however, is hard to sustain. Over time, animal populations can move back and forth between being more or less subject to human appropriation and control. Even in the lifetime of an animal, the strength of its bonds with humans can vary. Thus, there is no necessary connection between the conditions of breeding and the status of animals, whether as objects of property or as the social partners of human beings.